Fine Friday morning here at Bealtaine Cottage, and the sun is shining, and there's been lots of rain, and there's lots of signs of things coming up through the earth. Flowers and vegetables, seedlings, trees, everything's looking really great. Grateful for the rain. Blossom is now fully out on the ribes, and gosh, it's just amazing really how everything just takes off with a little bit of rain and a little bit of sun. It's great. These are the apple trees, the ribes hedge, well, ribes and spirea, and a little bit of snowball bush as well. So just a good mix to ensure just sort of a continuity of food all the year round. Well, most of the year round anyway. Certainly 9 months of it. I'll just go over to the tunnel. Leaves coming out here on the ornamental plum. I think and some flowers as well. Yeah, there should be some blossom on that this year. You normally get very tiny pink blossom on. Ah, yes, here we go. You can just see little bits of it there. I just planted that tree last year, and I thought it would be nice just to have it outside the door of the tunnel as a sort of a welcome mat for the bees. So go in here and have a look. Even with both the doors of the tunnel open today, it's quite warm. And there's the Honesty Lunaria, now coming into full flower. Quite a change in here just over the past few days. The celery is doing really well. That's going to be a good sort of early crop. What I might do now is put a second one of these bottomless pots on top of this, and that will encourage the blanching to take place, which means, you know, the whitening of the actual plant and the intensification of taste, I suppose. Now here we go with the chard. That's looking grand. And I think there are a few nectarines beginning to set here on this tree. The bees are still coming backwards and forwards to it, so I'd expect a fairly good crop. The lemon balm is up. All the seedlings are doing really well. Eric's pod radish is continuing to thrive, and Elena's rocket. And I've put the little lettuce seedlings now into little pots, and when they get a little bit bigger I'll put them into hanging baskets, because I find that hanging baskets are the very best places to grow lettuce and strawberries. You know, plants that invariably the slugs will attempt to eat and gorge on. So if you put them into hanging baskets, you'll get good crops. Of course, you can keep them close to the house, and it means that you can just go out when you're making the dinner or making a sandwich and very quickly harvest a few lettuce leaves, some tomatoes, strawberries, whatever it is you want. So it always pays to keep these things as close to, you know, your home, your environment as possible. And that, of course, falls within the permaculture guidelines of design. Do you hear that knocking? That's the hens in the hen house. They spilt their grain, and so they're packing it up now from the floor of the hen house. They're very industrious. Now I got this organic compost from Aldi. This is quite good and very cheap as well. It was just I think about just less than €3, and there's 40 litres in that. So I thought that was pretty good value. And I shall use that now for the hanging baskets and any other little pots that I want to put around the place, you know, with food and flowers growing in them. Just before I sign off, I'll just walk down here to the beginning of the fairy wood, because there's some beautiful celandines now just opening up, and of course lots of primroses. But I'll just show you the celandines. There's a bee, there's a bee, there's a bee. Ah, I think the bee's making a little home down in there. Because that's what they do. They actually make homes. In the earth. Right, the celandines. Here we go. Aren't they beautiful? Just magical, aren't they? And the rowan tree. All silver. Beautiful silver.